Welcome back to Force Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about SoFi. We have multiple pieces of due diligence that are new to us that we're going to go through. We covered SoFi before in my previous videos in the description below, but today we're bringing new information with technical analysis. So let's jump right into this one. So, SoFi Technologies, we have a new presentation and we can jump right into this one. So SoFi's mission is to help their members HENWS achieve financial independence to realize their ambitions. And so you're able to see in terms of members growth, this has been continuously increasing. So year over year growth is 113% still, so that's amazing. Even though I do believe that this 113% is coming in from quarter 2 2020, going from 1.204 million users to 2.56 million users. And you're able to see that since quarter 1 2019, there has been a really organic, nice growth of members users. Similarly as well in the products that is being sold or used in thousands, that's also seen a really good growth. And Galileo accounts in millions has also seen a growth around 79 compared to a year ago of around 36. You're also seeing as well in almost every part, including as well financial services products, you've seen around 243% growth, even though that's one of the lowest growth it's seen, but that is as well part of growing itself. Sometimes the numbers itself, even though you're growing with similar increments, might not look significant because the numbers are increasing. But you're still able to see that there's almost still this parabolic kind of shape of growth here. And in terms of the financial revenues, so you're able to see that the quarterly adjusted net revenue is a record here. So a record adjusted net revenue of $237 million, which represents a 74% year-over-year growth and a fourth consecutive quarter of positive adjusted EBITDA of $11 million, around $35 million year-over-year. Quarterly adjusted EBITDA is sitting currently at 11 positive, so that's really good. A really nice kick for the start for the year, and I'll show you why here in a sec. So the annual adjusted net revenue in millions so far is around $852 million, and you get to see that in 2020 they didn't even hit that. Currently, their annual adjusted EBITDA is to date positive. You get to see 2018, 2019, 2020, they were not positive. And this was almost a record. This is really good growth that is going towards the positive side that has never been there. And if they continue this projection towards 2021, 2021 would be and continue to be a record year. In terms of their guidance, quarter 2, 2021 exceeded adjusted net revenue and adjusted EBITDA quarter 2 2021 guidance. The net revenue was $237 million versus investor guidance between 215 and 220 million dollars, representing a 17 to 22 million or 8 to 10% beat. That's important. Adjusted EBITDA was 11 million compared to 8 to 2 million that was actually shown before. This represents a 19 million beat and a range of 9 million beat at the high end of the range. So sorry, that was negative 8 million in terms of the adjusted EBITDA. So you're able to see that they really beat it. It's really bullish. Things are looking really good. They beat their guidance, and we'll go to what happened to the stock in a bit. Around 17% drop. It's quite almost comical in that sense, where you're seeing a company that has actually or is actually posting good results and beating their adjusted revenue and adjusted EBITDA guidance, and then slumping still. So expect continued strong growth rate with around $245 to $255 million of adjusted net revenue and around a negative $7 million to $3 million adjusted EBITDA, despite the fact on the moratorium on the federal student loan payments is not ending on September 30th, 2021, as originally anticipated. So the adjusted net revenue would be somewhere between $245 million again and $255 million. If you were going back towards the actual, that was around 237 million, so they raised it from the quarter to quarter. They're expecting a growth as well. And in terms of the overall 2021 guidance, there's actually been an update on it, or actually reiterated it. Adjusted net revenue is anticipated to be $900 million, and contributing profit would be around $266 million, and adjusted EBITDA around $27 million positive for the first time ever for a year. That's very bullish. Before moving on forward, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to please click the subscribe button on the bottom right corner and leave notifications on for this channel. A lot of you amazing folks watch my videos but never did that. Also, don't forget to drop a like if you actually enjoyed this video, and you can join our Discord totally free in the description below. Now, in terms of some of the latest press, it really goes on towards the second quarter, so there's nothing much to talk about there, but we're able to take a look into institutional buyers. Institutions heard this. And take a look at this company, FMR LLC. They increased their position by around 18 million%. And they increased their shares to around 5.5 million shares at a value of around somewhere around $105 million. You're able to see as well, institutions all around are actually adding. They've seen the growth and they thought, hey, this actually looks good. This is one of the best institutional buyers or buying activity I've seen almost all week. And in a while. On the 13th, all this green you're seeing, that's all going on towards additions, except this one red that liquidated Natixis. Maybe they just fed up, but it is honestly very bullish from the institutional buyers. Yet the price point dropped, so I have a couple of theories at the end I'll talk about. Insiders, there's nothing to talk about, but short volumes are sitting a little bit lower than usual, closer to the 38 level. Let's move on towards technical analysis. So from a technical analysis perspective, what we're actually seeing here is that there's a bit of mixed things. Of course, the news itself and how people reacted is very obvious that it went to almost a mass exodus. Million% shows a lot more sellers than buyers on Friday. And we're able to see as well that Momentum and MACD are both retracting towards the negative side, showing a little bit of hesitation from the investors. However, even with all this massive institutional buyers, it still has gone downwards. So my anticipation is that there has been some either relating towards short selling activity, but we don't see that in the volumes, so that's kind of brushed off. But I think it's more of hesitation from different retail parties where they really were perhaps bumping it on their own groups and thinking it will reach, I don't know, $50 because of this, and because it didn't, they just all sold their shares and it tanked hard because to get another hot topic stock or something like that. Currently, stochastic fast and stochastic slow both are pinpointing downwards, telling you to be careful of the next support. And the moving average bands expects this one to trade at 1752 and 1434 at the bottom. In terms of the Fibonacci retracements, a significant support level is only at 1472, resistances 1714, 1863, 1984, 2104, 2276, and 2495. On a price line action, you're seeing significant support levels down towards, or actually there is a resistance slash support that keeps going back and forth around the 15 level. And then below there, it's 1484 and 1472. Those are really just the next two strong supports below there. It's pretty much nothing that can hold this one down. Perhaps maybe $10. 1550 is the next resistance, the very strong one, and then 1608, and then above there 1692, going upward to 1752, and then up to 1856, going up to 1921, and then upwards to 2068, and then going to 2099, and then up to 2154, and then going to 2215, and then going to 2288, and then 2371 and 2424. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this stock? Well, it really is mind-boggling that it's actually dropped around 17% considering all this bullish news. I don't see almost a single bearish news out of the news that was actually sent out. Institutions are buying like crazy. So honestly, I think this is way an overreaction on news that wasn't even hit relating towards negative news. It's bullish news. Unless retail has put in their minds that this one will skyrocket and it didn't, and everyone is throwing out and panic selling, I think that's the only kind of description or possibility I actually can see happening. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.